Los Angeles at the Staples Center. It'll be the defending NBA champion Cleveland Cavaliers and the Los Angeles Clippers. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. And before the tip-off, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Tyronn Lue.
Well, Cavs head coach Tyronn Lue hired midway through last season. First-time head coach, he played 11 seasons in the NBA and won 2 championships with the Lakers and spent 6+ seasons on the bench as an assistant coach. LeBron James said there's nothing that he hasn't seen. He's played for Phil Jackson, he's coached for Doc Rivers, he's been all over, so he has experience. Kevin?
Thanks, DA. Certainly a lot expected of everybody in Cleveland. Well, Steve, we have a great matchup in the middle right here tonight. How fun is it going to see these two great centers go head-to-head?
That's old school when these two guys go at it banging. And you start talking about centers, you know, a lot of people look at points, but then you got to start looking at rebounding and who threw the first elbow and, you know, who's the enforcer and just set the tone for his team.
And the constant fighting for position underneath.
The stuff you don't see off the ball, they go at it.
Gets bad in there, doesn't it?
Yes.
You didn't go in there much, did you?
No, I just looked and kind of marveled at it.
It's kind of marveled at it. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Sharpshooters Irving and J.R. Smith are the backcourt duo. Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. And it's James in at the 3. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Tom the bucket.
Refining his skill set inside, you see the work Thompson's putting into his game.
Paul kicks to Redick. Passes it to Jordan. Paul outside. He dishes it to Griffin. Fires from the line. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
But I don't expect him to get too many more easy ones like that. I'm sure the D will be a little quicker to react to him next time around.
And Love throws it down.
Keeping his head on a swivel, LeBron locates the open man.
And Redick kicks to Griffin. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And Mbamute dishes to Paul for the 3. And Mbamute can't get it to go. The Cavaliers on offense. Irving passes to Love. And it's good for 2.
And just a nice combination of size and feel there. Terrific finish down low.
And the city of Cleveland still aglow from their first major professional sporting title in over 52 years.
They waited a lifetime, Kevin. In the end, it was a native son, LeBron James, who returned to lead them to glory. You just couldn't script it any better.
Griffin. Soft touch off the glass. Griffin's got 6.
He has the ability to get hit, stay up in the air, and to finish at the rim, Blake does.
Smith kicks to Love. Irving with a clean look. Off target from outside.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
The pass to Redick. Jordan the screen. And Mbamute dishes to Paul. A picture-perfect screen play, and the jumper's good.
DeAndre knows his role. He is going to use that big body to set screens for his teammates.
Outside Irving. Pass to LeBron. To the inside. Here's Thompson. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
You can't give him any daylight or he will do just that.
Paul passes to Mbamute. Jordan up top. Over in the corner, Paul. Shot clock at 6. Trying his luck deep. The shot comes out, so Cleveland will take it the other way. Down low, Mbamute with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And the wide open shot from Redick. Offline with his 3. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. No good from LeBron. LA's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And Redick kicks to Paul. .106 left in the first quarter. Down low. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And that is why DeAndre is such a high percentage shooter. Wow.
Smith outside. In the corner, it's James. Irving kicks to Smith. Tipped away. Paul with the steal. To the middle, looking for Griffin, and finds him.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Irving for three. Knocked away. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. That's a 2 from Paul, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Irving. Lets it go with a 3. Again, Irving missing. Now Paul. From deep. No good on the buzzer beater. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to a title. Teammate Kevin Love says LeBron made it clear from the start what he expected.
He sat us down, maybe right before the first practice, and kind of spoke about what he thought everyone should bring to the table, and we had to hold up our end of the bargain.
When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
No doubt about that. Dubbed the new Big Three along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's advice, the sky's the limit.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
They've been all over them. They are making things extremely difficult for their opponents so far.
On the court for Cleveland, Mo Williams out there with Iman Shumpert. Then there's Channing Frye. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Jefferson in at the small forward position. Rivers dishes to Pierce. Kicks it out to Crawford. There's the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc. Crawford's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Crawford has been a solid outside shooter throughout his lengthy career. Got to at least get an arm up as he's going up.
James, the pass to Williams. Back to LeBron. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebound by Johnson.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
The one thing about LeBron James, he's had a huge impact on the basketball court, but also off the court. Always taking a stand on a lot of social issues.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, LeBron James has stepped up over the years, both on and off the court. Of course, he plays with that reckless abandon, but off the floor, he's been very involved and vocal about social issues. And more dramatically, he entrusted his marketing empire to his childhood friends. LeBron recalled, people called it the worst decision ever. All this to 3 guys who didn't finish college. We got dirt thrown on all of us, but I always believed in him. Kevin, you can't say it hasn't worked out.
He's broken the mold, D.A. Thank you. And LeBron showing solidarity with a lot of popular causes. It's a tricky balance, Steve. You know this, you played the game. I'm sure for a player that is so much like LeBron in the public eye.
Yeah, he's done a nice job of being an activist. He's taken on a lot of roles, but there are some times when fans, they want you to say more. He's in a unique position. I think we can safely say he's done more in that regard than a lot of his peers.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Outside Williams. From outside, off the mark. Clippers leading by 5. Pierce kicks to Rivers. Crawford outside. Back to Rivers. A floater. It's hauled in by Fry. Cavaliers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Out to Shumpert. Fires the 3. Rebound by Johnson. The Clippers shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Rivers dishes to Spates. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's called on Channing Frye. And the fans all love Maurice Spates. He added a 3-pointer, you know, Steve, to his game over the past few years. He is now one of the better stretch 4s because of it.
And that's hard work. People call him Mo Buckets. Maurice Spates loves taking the 3. He lights up, and you know what? His teammates, you can tell when he's taking that shot, they're looking for it to go in.
The first one falls, and Los Angeles with some changes. Griffin's checked in for Pierce. Felton comes in for Johnson, and it's Paul in for Rivers. And both free throws good for Spates. Well, for so long, you always heard the old saying, you live by the 3, you die by the 3. Team shooting more three-point shots now, Smitty, than ever. Is it time to retire that cliche and say, you know, well, it's part of the game. That's a standard in the game?
You know, Kevin, no. I think the Warriors just have an asterisk. That's it, because they won the championship.
So good.
They won the championship, and if they keep winning, you'll keep saying Warriors. But if you don't win the championship, yes, you keep shooting the 3 ball, but you might want to find a way to hit some 2s because everybody can't shoot it like the Warriors.
Now here's Paul following the miss by J.R. Smith. Shot from 16. Misses off the left iron. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Trying to find Irving. He's got it now. Good on the bucket. Irving's got his first 2 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here is Paul. Here's Crawford. And the Clippers miss again.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Beautiful pick. Ugly shot.
Now, here is Irving. 13 feet away for Dunleavy. It's hauled in by Jamal Crawford. Clippers leading by 5. Griffin passes to Crawford. They get it again. Paul outside. Pass to Griffin. Goes back up. He tries for 3. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Clippers lead by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Tyronn Lue. Coach, how do you think the team performed defensively in that first half?
Well, they got off to a good start, but then I thought we settled in and started playing a little bit more defense.
Got locked in as the game went on. Thanks, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, this has been a good game here after one half. Everybody, welcome back to the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaq, Kenny Smith. The first quarter was all about Blake Griffin. He had 8 points and 1 rebound. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave him a big lift. Those guys.
And that wraps up.
The view from high above downtown Los Angeles, where we are returning to action here at the Staples Center. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Blake Griffin really making a difference here.
Just a dominating performance in the post by him so far, just tearing them to shreds when he gets it inside.
His confidence is riding high, and no one wants any part of him down there. He has really served up a commanding performance here today.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for the Clippers right now, the forwards are Baamute and Griffin. Veteran backcourt with CP3 and Redick at the 1 and the 2. And it's Jordan in at the 5. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Thompson. He kicks it to Love. On the wing, James. Back to Love. Dishes to Smith. Shot clock at 5. Off target from three-point range. Clippers leading by 5. And one of the most resilient players around, Tristan Thompson, hasn't missed a game with injuries since 2012.
And for a big man who plays the way he does, battling in the paint, going after every rebound, and also being the muscle for his team, it's impressive he's played this many games.
And taken away by Paul. Redick against Smith. Here's the 3. The shot by Redick, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Not as good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down to just 3 on the basket from Love.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Picked by Griffin. Paul kicks to Baamute. Misses the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Love with the screen on Paul. Irving dishes to Love. Back to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Connects on the 17-footer. Irving's got his second bucket.
The mid-range game, Kyrie can score on every level.
Paul kicks to Redick. Back to Griffin. The Cavaliers pull it in.
3 straight misses to start the third period. Still trying to find that rhythm.
And that one's good. James.
He is definitely a very clever player who keeps the defense on their toes.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Start it.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Pierce is checked in for Griffin. Johnson comes in for Mbamute. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Jefferson comes in for James. Shumpert is checked in for Smith. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Rivers. Johnson the screen. Pierce with a wide open look. And again, no good by the Clippers.
To me, that's just a loss of focus. He was wide open from one of his favorite spots. Well, the first thing comes to mind when you think about the Los Angeles Clippers is offense. But they had a very good defense. They were fantastic on that end, and it was led by DeAndre Jordan and Chris Paul.
Redick for three. It's hauled in by Frye. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Shumpert passes to Love. Excellent D there from Pierce. The Clippers trail. Speaking of the Clippers, Steve, and their defensive prowess, they do protect the rim well. They block shots. DeAndre Jordan, certainly one of the best in the business there. But it goes much beyond that with their D.
They do a great job of getting a hand in the face of shooters. Second best in the league last year for opposing teams' field goal percentages. Clippers just don't get enough credit for being a strong defensive team.
Now here's Rivers following the miss by Kevin Love. Rivers kicks to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Looking to end the drought. And again, it's the Clippers missing. To the inside. Here's Williams. Frye dishes to Love. Outside jumper. They set the pick. And 1:01 left in the third quarter. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Clippers, Crawford comes in for Wesley Johnson. And it's Felton in for J.J. Redick. And Cleveland with a change here too. Dunleavy's check in for Mo Williams. 58 seconds left in the third. It's a pick by Love. And there's the feed to Shumpert. Off the screen. And that one comes up a bit short. And for the Clippers, they're shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and two shots coming up.
I look at Austin Rivers, a guy who came to this league where you said he's a scorer, needed the basketball in his hand. But right now, he is a viable combo guard coming off the bench. Can run your team offensively at the point guard position, guard both positions, and he can still score.
And that one misses. And for Rivers, Steve, you could argue that uncertainty hampered his growth early in his career. He seems much more at home and is playing with a lot more confidence. You can just see it on the floor.
Yeah, I think for him is the game is slowed down. And you talk about confidence. Yes, he's usually coming off the bench, but he has the confidence like a starter, and that's what you love about Austin Rivers.
And he's good on the second.
Austin Rivers, the son of a famed player and basketball coach, Doc, making an impact in his league with his overall play.
Jefferson kicks to Frye. Outside jumper. Over to the wing. That'll be the pass to Jefferson. 4 on the shot clock. Near the three-point line, it's Love. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Cavaliers making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Now here's Crawford. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Crawford's got 5 now. Here's Jefferson. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And the Cavaliers lead by 1. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Cavaliers ahead. They're up by 1. And after a quick break, Let's hear what Doc Rivers has going on over in his huddle.
Hey guys, I told you, one bucket at a time, all right? One bucket at a time and extra passes. Extra passes. Let's go, baby.
Doc Rivers keeping his guys focused on the moment, trying to maximize the results of each possession.
Yeah, and there's no value in getting too far ahead of yourself. Just run the offense the way it was designed and just look for good shots each possession.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Sharpshooters Irving and J.R. Smith are the backcourt duo. LeBron and Thompson are up front, and it's Dunleavy in at the 3. And Mbaamute's checked in for the Clippers. Chris Paul comes in for Rivers. James with it. Thompson, a screen on Griffin. LeBron kicks to Dunleavy, takes a 3, and that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. The dish to Paul. Pops it up for Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
CP3 moving the basketball around. That's what you want out of your point guard.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. LeBron kicks to Smith. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Griffin against James. Feeds to Jordan. It's Crawford on the wing. Takes the 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Irving dishes to Smith. The 3. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Love's check in for Cleveland. The Clippers in the lead. Paul outside. Kicks it to Mbaamoute. Down low. Griffin. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
I love the effort by Blake Griffin down on the block, making it look very easy.
And Jordan sends it back. Paul passes to Jordan. From 13, it's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Thompson kicks to LeBron. J.R. Smith on the wing, covered by Redick. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
It's not often you see that kind of mental lapse. He just lost track of where it was.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Outside Griffin. Here's the screen. Paul outside. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And on the way from Irving for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Irving's got it all tied up now for the Cavs. Clippers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Jordan the screen. Griffin against Love. On the wing. Great D that time from Love. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. LeBron shot is off. The Clippers shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Paul dishes to Griffin. Again, Griffin missing. Cleveland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. To take the lead, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And once LeBron gets the ball in the painted area, the force he plays with, it's hard not to foul him. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that gives them the lead.
As good as LeBron is at drawing fouls, still only a career 75% free throw shooter. Boy, what if he could raise that average?
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
You know he wanted to knock down all his shots at the line, but he still did enough to put them in front.
It is good.
When the game is close, Chris Paul is ready. An elite scorer who lives for clutch situations.
Well, Cleveland's shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. James outside. He feeds it to Irving. Releases. And the shot is long. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. To the middle. Here's Jordan. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, he's standing 6'11", 265 pounds. DeAndre Jordan remains an absolute force in this league. A big guy who is hard to contain.
2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he does get the second one. And that will put them up by 2.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs them.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're losing by 2. 51 seconds left in the fourth. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He told them, look, guys, we're running out of time. If we're going to make a move, it's got to be now. Are you guys ready to make a move? They all nodded, and he said, then go take it, Kevin.
Shot from the wing. That one's not going to go. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Paul passes to Griffin. Buries it.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
You know, I love that crunch time. This is where the big-time players are made.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're losing by 4. There's 37 seconds left in the game. Here is Love. From 11 feet away, it's good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Kyrie never losing his composure. He is deadly in the clutch.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
And the wide open shot from Paul kept alive. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Chris Paul is one of those players I love because he competes, has a high basketball IQ, and he can knock down big shots.
Timeout called, Cleveland. They're trailing by 3. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to go for the 3. A quick, easy bucket inside will do.
You know, the last thing you want to do is force something up here. Take what the defense gives you and go from there.
Sinks it.
They saw what the defense was willing to give up, and they seized that opportunity.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
J.J. Redick, the former Blue Devil, has really developed into one of the game's most deadliest shooters. That's why you want him at the line when the game is close. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
A three-pointer would be huge right now.
Imagine if they tied this thing up.
Irving from long range. But they'll get another chance. Off target from downtown. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jamal, how did you guys get this win tonight?
We have good players. We have a good coach, and when he put us in good positions to succeed, our players play for each other. We don't care about who scores, and we're a real team.
Yeah, there was a lot of flow out there tonight. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Chris Paul. He's their go-to guy for a reason. You saw exactly why tonight. Just another memorable performance from one of the game's best players. And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new